This is KM4NJX. Today we're going to be talking about the 4-element yagi I built for 2 meters that's portable. The boom on it is made out of 1-inch gray conduit that you can pick up in any home center. The element mounts is made out of, believe it or not, DirecTV ground box has been cut up. It's got an SO239 mount, which you can't see on the back, for a coax connection. 4 wraps of RG8X to make an RF choke coil. Get the standing waves within reason. On 144 megahertz, it tunes 1 to 1. At 147, it's about 1.5 to 1, which for a portable unit to use with a baofeng radio, which is what I plan to use it with, either that or the Kenwood TR7800, 7880, which you don't see sitting there. It's off to the side of the camera. The boom on it is a little over 40 inches long. It's one solid piece of PVC. It's 41 and a half roughly. I do have plans to put end caps on it to make it more portable, and the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to take out the vise and I'm going to show you. As you may or may not be able to see, the elements can be stored inside the boom. I'm doing that for compact use to make it easier to transport and set up. You have 6 elements. You have 2 drivens, which is your shortest. You have 2 reflectors, which goes on the back right here, which is the second shortest. And then you have your 2 reflectors, which is just one solid piece of wire that is roughly 35 inches. The 2 drivens for this antenna is roughly 19 and a half inches long, is what they're supposed to be. You may have to fine tune it and play with it to get it. Mine are cut for 18 and a half. I cut mine for 18 and a half and I got it tuned for 144 megahertz, as you'll see coming up in the video. I probably got less than probably 35, 40 bucks in this antenna, including everything, including the coax, radio. I was supposed to say, for what I've got in it, it ain't too bad. I've got a PVC-T split that I've used as a mount to allow me to switch it from vertical or horizontal, depending upon the polarization. And really, to put the elements on, it's nothing to it. The 2 reflectors, or the two reflectors, they go on first. They just slide in. Just jab them down with tighten them down with a piece of with a Phillips head screwdriver or a socket, nut and a nut driver. Then you got your 2 drivens, and I just put them in there, even. Just point it at that. Okay, yep, you can see me. And for a center insulator, all I'm using is a piece of, I think, 1/4 inch plastic. And one more thing I do want to cover close up, if you can see it or not. On my center insulator, on my coax connections, when they come through, I've put ring terminals and put them to the hold down bolts, and this piece of plastic is just a center insulator to insulate it, because this is basically just a dipole antenna. That's all it really is. One thing you do want to do when you make sure you build it, make sure your negative on your dipole is pointing towards the ground. If you go to put the antenna up, make sure your ground on your dipole when you're driven is pointed towards the ground, and that's just the outer conductor or the coax is all it is. And you've got your two drivens, two reflectors. Two reflectors, excuse me. Just slow them down a minute, that'd be real tight. And typically I go and I look down the boom, because you may have to tweak a few elements here and there. You know, get them close. Ain't that perfect? I mean, after all, you know, the boom is made out of plastic, and it's made out of material, but for what it is, I mean, the little HT there that I got, my repeater was 20 miles from here that way, and I can hit that repeater, that HT with that whip, and it signal comes in, but you know, I hit the repeater, but I know that's staticky, they say. I put this up and I can hit that repeater full white out. No static in the background, no nothing, they say. You know, I can clear it out. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it up. We're gonna see how well it tunes. I gotta go up in the attic. That's where I got my stand out for it. Put this piece of conduit, take this piece of conduit up there, and I'm gonna come back and take it, and I'm gonna come back and get the camera and take you all up there. Give me just a moment. You guys up first, just so I can show you how easy it is to handle this antenna. How well is that going to work? Actually, I'm going to set you over because I don't want to fall. Drop that camera, drop that tablet. Okay. Position. Where's it filming at? Alright, that's better. I'm just opening this bottom piece on because it's easier to handle. Set my connection up, which is, yes, it's just a piece of Elmore 400 or G213 that I'm using. And that's how the antenna is. set it up there and handle it with one hand. Right, that's it, the antenna's up. We're gonna go now check our standing waves. And I want to get a bit of fresh air up here because it's hot up here. Move this face out of the way. Yeah, I'm give out a breath. Alright, what I'm using is a little baofeng HT, a little dual bander. I'm going to hook my antenna. And what we're going to be checking the meter with is a Workman HP201. It technically, I'll do it from 26 to 30 megahertz, but I got an old timer that told me it should do it, and I've checked against another meter that was 444 megahertz, and it seems to do this band okay. Let me put my coax connection down. Now what I got is a reverse SMA to SO239 adapter, and just a jumper that's SO239 to SO239, or excuse me, PL259 to PL259. Coax comes down out at it, goes into the meter, comes out the meter, goes to this. And this hooks to a little baofeng HT. Put the baofeng on. I'm going to put it in frequency mode. I'm going to put it at 144 megahertz. If you can see that or not, let me look at the camera. Yep, you can see it. Alright, I got it tuned for 144 megahertz. I'm going to spin you around to the meters now. You can't see that. Let me see a minute. Hang on. Get you some light. Alright, you got you tuned in on the meter. Now what you're not going to see is me switching the knobs. Well, actually, maybe I can. Yeah, I can get you in there, I think. Yeah, I can get you in there. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on director. I'm going to key the meter, key the radio. I'm going to set my director. I'm going to let the meter go back, and I'm going to flip it to reflect. The reflect is what we're looking at on the standing waves. You want it preferably 1 to 1 or 1.5 to 1, somewhere in there. And right now on 144 megahertz, we're seeing 1.3 to 1. For an antenna that's just been built, ain't really been tuned, and I haven't really had time to sit down and tune it. That's not bad. Now I'm going to go up to 147 100 megahertz, which is where our repeaters is at for the area. And you can see that 147 megahertz on the screen, because the screen's kind of dim. I'm going to do the same thing. Director, I'm going to key the unit. And I'm getting 1.4 to 1 for 147 mega for 14700 megahertz. That ain't bad for 14700. I mean, that's about as good as you're gonna get. If you have any questions, you know, find me up on Facebook, YouTube, leave a comment, and I'll answer them the best I can. I do plan to get a painter's pole to put this unit on for portable use, along with some RG8X, which, I mean, you can pick up a 50-foot piece for $25. It's just a matter of getting the money to it.